Oh, good, George, thanks. So just to recap very briefly, we did have a webinar last fall, at which time we met ULA, and then we proceeded to have monthly meetings on No to NATO. But then it was in February, I believe, that ULA presented this concept of what that has become Global Women for Peace against NATO. And we've been having bi-weekly meetings, I guess, beginning in March, April, May, June. So here we are almost in the final weeks with your participation and hard work with the working groups, getting the webinars put together. And now we have various jobs to attend to, as we'll find out in the agenda. And in particular, to get the common statement, or as we also call it, the declaration, out and circulated and inviting people to sign on. We're very grateful to Emily. We should give her a strong shout out for getting the website up and running and developed, and beginning to get the translations posted. So it's becoming a very fine tool for us in which to really popularize this beginning effort to really create a global campaign against NATO and NATO's expansion into other regions beyond the European Union. So thank you very much. And Ula, maybe you have something to add to that introduction?
Actually not. This was a perfect, and we from Finland are so enormously grateful for the help we have got from WILP US. You have been strong, admirable women. Have been, are still, hopefully, forever.
Thank you very much. So perhaps now you can do the invite people to introduce themselves.
Yeah, first of all, I'm Ulla Klötzer from Women for Peace, Finland. And I would like to add that with Kate Hudson, who is for the media group here, we decided that we should use the word declaration, not statement, because declaration is much stronger. So it will be declaration from now on. But I start with, I start with Christine Karch from the NATO network in Germany, or International Network, but she is from Germany. She is not here because she is protesting at one of the camps, US military camps in Germany at the moment. Then I have Quanta Dawn Light. Are you here? No? Okay. Paseka Paru.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I am here.
Okay, be very active so that we can do the introduction shortly. Quanta, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm originally from Istanbul, Turkey. I was born there, and I'm a Rotarian, and I'm very much involved in the Rotary peace groups as well. And I'm very, very happy to be here and working with women against war and for peace. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Paseka Parumele. Not here. Maria Pagano. Not here. Sean Connor. A man from IPB. Very, 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 very skillful. Pippa Bartolotti.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, Pippa Bartolotti from essentially UNAC now. I'm living in the States, which is the United National Anti-War Coalition, where we have a mailing list of 40,000 members. So it's quite a big organization over here.
Thank you, Pippa. Fanny Lebrun. Fanny. Not here. Skevi Kokoma. Skevi.
Yes, hi, I'm Skevi Kokuma from Cyprus. I am Secretary General of the Women's Movement Bogo from Cyprus, an ex-member of Parliament. Thank you.
Thank you. Virginia Pratt. Not here. Alessandra Mecozzi.
Hello. Alessandra from Rome, Italy. Currently, I am in Greece, actually. In principle, I'm on holidays, but I am working with the International Women's House in Rome. And I was working till the pension in the Metalworkers Union in Italy, from CCJL. And also I'm a president of an association working for the promotion of Palestinian culture and supporting projects for Palestinian youth, cultural projects for Palestinian youth in Palestine.
Thank you. Thank you. Emilian Lievens from Belgium.
Hi, I'm Emmeline from Vredeweze 2, it's in Belgium Peace Movement. Yes, that's it.
Patricia Sterpetti. Not here. Corazon Fabros.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Cora Fabros from the Philippines, and I'm with the International Peace Bureau.
Thank you, Corazon. Phyllis Creighton. Phyllis Creighton. Not here. Anne Hoiberg. Anne Hoiberg. Not here. Ellen Mas. Ellen Mas. Not here. Tamara Loring. Tamara, are you here? No. Simri Gomery. Simri.
Hi, Ola.
Hi.
Kim Gomery from Montreal for a World Beyond War. It's a chapter in Quebec, Canada of World Beyond War.
Thank you. Gloria Macmillan.
Hi, I'm here from Tucson, Arizona, land of the Tohono O'odham.
Great. Thank you. Vera Tsalka. Vera is from Hungary. She might be coming in later. Margaret Bonin from Germany. Margaret, not here.
Try. No. Okay. Thanks. This is Margaret from North Germany. I'm active in a council for peace in Schleswig-Holstein, North Germany, and also I'm started a petition on Change.org because of the language of the UNO. I'm here because Ulla has contact to our council about the Baltic Sea.
Thank you. Gian Visconti from Italy, not here. Diane Blaise. Diane.
Hi, hi everyone. I didn't know that I was going to be called. So I'm Diane
you are
Blay.
called.
Oh, thank you. I'm Diane Blay from the, I live in Fairfax, Virginia in the United States, and I'm Secretary of WILF US.
Wonderful. Naomi Colombo. Naomi, are you here? No. Maria Cernat. Maria Cernat from Romania, not here. Maria Sotiropoulou from Greece.
Hello, I'm here.
Great.
President of the Greek affiliate of BNW.
Thank you, Maria. Ada Donno from Italy. Ada from Italy. Not here.
Okay, yes.
Okay, yes, okay, thank you.
I'm from Italy and I'm from the Association Women of the Mediterranean Region.
Thank you. Rita Sibyl Heinrich. Rita from Germany. Not here. Kadia Riadi from Morocco. Kadia Riadi. No. Ali McDonald.
Yep, I'm here. Ali McDonald from Canada. I'm the National Coordinator for Canadian Voice of Women for Peace.
Thank you. We appreciate your youth extremely much. Renee Newman Rappard. Renee Newman Rappard. No. Emily Green. Emily Green. No.
No,
Philip.
Emily's here.
Emily is here.
Yeah, took me a minute to get the mute.
Okay, great, great.
I'm from the United States, Massachusetts. I work with Code Pink and also with a local peace task force.
Great. Philip Cole. Philip Cole.
He's not here.
He's not here. Leda Bubola. Leda Bubola from Italy, not here. Jamila El Aboudi. Jamila, are you here? No.
If not,
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, I'm from the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament in Britain. I'm part of the media subgroup with Gloria and Ada.
And she has done with Ada and the other ones a wonderful job. Lisa Taskinen from Finland. Lisa, are you here?
I'm as a member of European Left Peace Working Group, a member of it, and I'm also a chairperson of the Communist Party of Finland. And since my teenage, I have been more or less involved in peace movement from the war in Vietnam.
Okay, thank you. Sanele Miadu. Not here. Meleana Meya. Meleana Meya. No. Andy Faith Maksadi. Andy Faith Maksadi. Andy, no. Nomatsotso Memani. Nomatsotso Memani. No. Moleboneng Modisel. Moleboneng. Moleboneng. No. Nancy Silway. Nancy Silway. No.
Hello.
Are you here? Hello. Great. Fine.
I'm here. I'm Nancy, a member of the Pan-Africanist Movement for Peace and Security for Women in South Africa. Thank you. Nice
Welcome.
to have you again.
Teresa El Amin from US. Teresa, are you there? No.
no, not yet.
Charlotte Kubeka. Charlotte Kubeka. No. Mabasa Potelva. Mbasa Potelva.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm here from South Africa. I'm the president of Imbokodo Women's League, dealing with human rights and peace and stability.
Fantastic. Great. And right. And right.
Yes, I'm here from the United States and with Veterans for Peace, Code Pink Women for Peace, International Peace Bureau, and ULA Fan Club.
Thank you. Dragana Tsivancevic. Dragana from Australia. Dragana, are you here?
Yes, I am. I'm from Raising Peace Network, Just Peace Queensland, and IPAN Australia.
Fantastic. Ernest Gibson Kportsi. Ernest Gibson something. Hard to pronounce.
But
No.
you're doing very well.
And
so
Nancy
far.
Price, you already heard in the beginning. Rosalie Paul. Rosalie Paul.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, great.
Yeah, I'm here from the state of Maine in the United States. We're so excited to hear other women's voices. It's such a joy. Thank you.
Thank you. Lea Launokari, Finland. She is cooking dinner for her. Yeah, okay.
Well, I have done the, if I'm away somewhere, so I have two grandchildren here this evening or this day. I'm Lea Launokari from Women for Peace in Finland.
Thank you. Mary Jane Williams.
Hi, I'm speaking from near Orlando, Florida. I write books and do videos.
Great. Emily Molinari. Emily
Yeah, hi,
Molinari.
everybody. Yes, I'm here. I'm Emilia. I'm from Italy, but I'm now in Germany. I'm working with the International Peace Bureau.
Thank you. And she has done is doing a wonderful job. Ingeborg Breines from Norway.
Yes, hello, Ingeborg Breines, International Peace Bureau, and also the Wolf Norway, presently in the Arctic.
Oh, great. or not great, I don't know.
As you may see.
Yes, okay. Jane Doyle. Jane Doyle. Not here, but I saw that Vera Zalka came in. Vera, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm Vera Zalka from Hungary. I'm connected to the Central Eastern European Social Forum and Attack Hungary, and working for peace as well.
Okay, great. Did we hear Sylvia Schwarz?
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet, okay.
I'm here, Sylvia Schwarz from Germany in Munich. It's hot here.
Thank you, Sylvia. Did we hear Sophie Bolt? No. Sophie?
Sorry, just unmuting myself. Hello, so I'm Sophie Bolt from Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament in Britain. Lovely to be here.
Okay, Fanny Lebrun, did we hear you? I see that you are here now. No. Marinella Correggia. Are you here, Marinella? No.
She's here, but muted. And
Okay.
Fanny says she can hear, but her speaker sound, there's no sound. I don't
Okay.
understand for herself. I don't know what that means.
Okay, Franziska Kleiner, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm from the International People's Assembly, and I'm very pleased to see so many women here. It's amazing. I'm situated in Berlin at the moment.
Thank you. Floriana Liparini. Floriana, are you here?
I thought so.
She has to unmute.
Okay, then I think we have gone through everybody. If somebody has not been introduced,
Teresa
Catherine Winkler.
Elamine hasn't been introduced. Teresa
Yes.
Elamine, and did we get Nancy?
Nancy, yes, Catherine
Nancy
Winkler.
Shilla. I can't say Nancy's last name.
Okay, I have.
Well, Nancy
Okay,
from South Africa is all I can.
Yeah, Nancy from South Africa can start. Then we take Catherine Winkler and then Marie Botti. Nancy from South Africa.
Nancy has been introduced from the Pan-African Movements Organization. Yes, I did.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Catherine Winkler.
Catherine Winkler from unceded Mi'kmaq territory, Nova Scotia, Canada, member of Nova Scotia Voice of Women for Peace.
Great. Thank you, Marie Botti.
Bonjour, Marie Botti, International Women's Alliance in Canada, in Montreal.
Thank you. Is that now all? Floriana Liparini, did you introduce yourself? Can you unmute yourself, Floriana?
Thanks, I'm here. I'm from Italy. And I am a pacifist activist from Casa di Milano, Casa delle Donne di Milano, Rete Femminista, no muri, no recinti.
Great. Patrizia Sterpetti, you didn't introduce yourself?
Yes, Patrizia Sterpetti from WILF Italy, ICANN Italy, even the network, Anti-Racist Italian Network.
Thank you. And Diane Blaise, could you now introduce yourself?
Diane introduced herself. Teresa has it though.
Okay. Teresa, please.
Well, this isn't my first meeting, and I would like to move the agenda. I'll put my name and other information in the chat. I'm with the Southern Anti-Racism Network and the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom U.S. section in Columbus, Georgia. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Great, fine. Now I have finished the introduction round and I give the floor to George. Please,
All right.
And George, please, we have to start with Emily Ann because of her time schedule.
Okay.
Please, Emily Ann from Brussels.
Understood. So I'm going to share the screen with y'all, just so you know what we're reviewing today. And we're going to start with Emilienne. And Emilienne, you go ahead. I'm going to put your link here in the chat.
Right. Yeah. So first, I just sent an email for the street event. So everyone who wants to join the street event, we will have a Zoom the coming week to prepare it with every woman who will be there. But I also have like some technical or practical stuff we have to check for the room where we are. So the room is at Pianofabriek, and there will be possible to have lunch for Friday and for Saturday. But therefore we need to have like a number of people who are coming. And we also want to question if it's possible to work with a free contribution for people who are coming. We are thinking that the lunch and the coffee will cost like 10 euros per people, but we don't want to say like everyone has to have to pay. So we thought to have like a free contribution. So it's to check if that's fine to work like that, and if there is any estimation how many people will be in Brussels. That's also a question.
Does anyone have an answer to those questions for Emilian? How many people in Brussels? And what was the other question, Emilian?
If it's fine to work with a free contribution for the lunch. Yes, that's were the two questions. And I have a third one, but I will do it later.
Okay, I see Emily's hand and Ula's hand. Emily and then Ula.
Yeah, about the how many people are coming to Brussels. We had a meeting with Emilian, Ludo, and Pablo, and the idea was to create a formula online in order to and to send it out to people to see how many registrants we got. And the idea was to put it on the website, obviously, and also then when it's done, we are going to send it to you so you can fill the form yourselves, the people that are coming to Brussels, and also to send you to your networks and to spread the word. If it's okay for everybody, this was just one of the ideas.
Thanks, Emily. Ula? You're muted, Ula. I muted everybody I could because there was background noise.
Thank you, Emily. That was exactly what I wanted to say also. But another thing is that when can we start sending out it so that to everybody on the list that the registration formula is already there? Or is it there now? I haven't had time to check today.
No, I've done it this morning, and I'm waiting for this latest news, for example, about the price of the meal, because I wasn't sure. We can double check together, Ula, maybe before we send it out, if everything is all right. But it's just to put the right suggestion price. And the other open question was about the second link that we need for the online registration. My idea was to put also this link there so people knows that they need to fill up this form just if they are coming in person. If people want to participate online, they need to go through another way. That's just, we have two ways, so maybe it's easier to organize everything.
Okay, but that we can go through also in a smaller group after this meeting. Yes,
but the form is, I mean, yeah, it's ready basically. Yeah.
Yes, so Sunday or Monday we can start sending out all the information about how to register, where to register, and also information that the online signature campaign can start. Okay, thank you.
Great. Sylvia?
Thank you. Just a question, because we had already to send an Excel list for registration with our data. Is that something on top, or are we registered if we send this Excel list already? Okay, that's on top. Okay. Thank you.
Emilian, do you have anything else you need to let us know about?
I had a question, please, George.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see a hand. Oh my goodness, Marie.
Yes. Hey,
It
hang on.
blended into your background, that hand color.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask about the street action. Does this include the street action, or will the street action just be in the street, or you have to register for the indoor whatever? Please.
I maybe can answer that. For the action, you don't have to register. We just it's a kind of performance that we are prepared. So if you want to join the action, it could be nice if you can join the Zoom or let me know, then I can explain in advance. But we will also explain the action during the Saturday in the Congress. So that's fine too. But the registration form is for people who are coming on Saturday or at Friday or at Saturday. I'm sorry, the action is also on Friday. On Friday or at Saturday, you can also choose one day or the both days, but that's because we need it for the room to know how many people will be in the room and to know for the lunch.
Thanks, Emilian. I see that Leah, Nancy, Mary Jane, and Ula, you all have your hands up. We're talking about the street event. We're not talking about the program. We're not talking about the statement or the declaration. So if this is about the street event and the street event only, let's make it happen. But we have plenty of other things to cover, and let's make sure you're on topic. So we'll start with Leah, then Nancy, Mary Jane, hi Ernest, Ernest after Mary Jane, and Ula last because you like to have the last word, Ula. Go ahead, Leah.
Yes, this was asked about the Excel registration. That is completely different for the seminars.
This is only street action now.
Somebody asked about the Excel registration, and that is the one that is on Thursday. Nothing to do with this, what we are talking now about.
Shall I answer?
No, Skevi, we have that later. George?
My hand is up.
Where is George?
Can I speak?
Yes, please do. George is not here, but please do.
Yes.
If it has to do with the street action.
I'm here. I was muted, Ula. Go ahead, Nancy. You have a question for a street action?
No, you jumped so quick while I was in registration. You jumped for a street action. My apology. I just want. Can I speak?
Yes.
It's okay. Thank you very much. We are an organization that have just joined you. I just want to get clarity on the issue of registration for Brussels. The registration as an organization and also registration as individual members. Is that one acceptable so that we are able to plan? You remember you presented to us that everyone has got to mobilize resources for that trip. I just want to get that clarity. Thank you.
Yes, Nancy. After the street action, we'll talk about the website and the registration, and Emily will give us an update. But for now, we're going to finish on the street action. So hold on for about 3 minutes. I hope no more than that. Okay, Mary Jane, Ernest, and then Ula.
I just have a question for Emilian in Brussels. Do you have someone who will be videoing the street action?
Yeah, we have someone. I don't know. Do you question it because you can do it also yourself?
I wish, but I won't be there myself.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure you have someone though.
Yeah, we have someone already. And it will also be, you can see the street action at the Peace Wave of IPB the day after.
Okay, but I want the whole world to be able to see it, so.
Yeah, that will also be possible to share it.
Thanks. Welcome, Ernest. You have your hand up if you have a question about the street action, but also introduce yourself, who you are, where you are, and your organization.
Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Ernest Gibson. I'm from Ghana, West Africa, and the Director for Programs and Progress for the Global Peace Association of Ghana. And I am a speaker on this the upcoming meeting, speaking on the impact of the US and NATO allies military on Africa. I'm sorry I joined later. I just came out from another meeting from the IPB, of which we had several discussions regarding these programs. And I am supposed to be speaking virtually, but however, fortunately, we just had a meeting with the IPB team, and we are working out a way for me to be present in Brussels to speak on this team. So basically, I missed our last meeting for some reasons, and also this meeting, I am also very late, and pardon me for being late, but however.
We're glad that you're here, Ernest, and we'll get a report on the webinars later in the meeting. So hold on, we're glad you're here. Ula?
Very well, thank you.
You're talking,
Emily,
but you're, okay.
Yeah, shortly. Emily, did you send the invitation for the street action meeting on the 26th to the women's list, or just to some people?
To everyone, to the list.
To the list, okay, great. I haven't had time to check today. And Mary Jane, about the peace wave, that was already last year, and it is a peace wave going over the whole globe, so it will be global. You will see. Google on peace wave 2022. You might get some answer there. Okay. Emily, and you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I just need to leave, but for us it's important for the technical stuff in the room that we know about the panels, which panel will be online, and which panels will there people online and in the room, and in which panels it's only the room, so we can arrange the technical stuff. But I will leave now, but maybe someone can send me if it's clear about every panel.
Before you leave, we have the draft program. I can send it to you immediately after this meeting. Okay.
Yeah,
and we're going to take a look at that draft program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and just make that it's clear if they are in the room or are they online.
Yes,
for every panelist. Okay.
It's on there
in the program. Yeah.
Okay. Super. Bye. Have a good meeting.
Okay. So now we need to go to Emily for an update on the website. You've mentioned some things, but let us know what you need around the website and when we can expect to be able to use it. Ernest, do you have a question about the website or the street action? If not, put your hand down until later, please.
No, it's about the Peace Wave program. Just want to let you know that I am actually part of the coordinators coordinating Africa. So we just had a meeting about that, putting the concept together. So we will share it soon. Thank you.
Sounds great. Emily.
Yes, so about the website. Yeah, I was waiting for this meeting actually to understand the latest information, but the website is up and it's running. I've just updated all the the translated declarations, and what I think I need for the website is obviously the last version of the program. I got the draft from Ula. I can start working with that, but just keep in mind if you have other changes, just to communicate that to Ula so that we have always like the latest stage of the program. And I think about the invitation, we are good. We are going to do that, and yeah, we can talk about that, the small details, logistical details in the small group. I don't think it's needed to talk about that here. And if you have any suggestions, or do you want to have other things on the website, I can try to work on that. If you want to if you have the description of the other activities, I got also the description for the panel that Ludo is organizing. For example, I'll try to put all the events there. And yeah, I think
Sounds
good. That's it. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Noma, and then Nancy, and then Teresa.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here it's in the afternoon in South Africa. It's Noma Zocho Memani from South Africa. And then my apologies, I joined late. There were some glitches, internet glitches. And then I appreciate I appreciate this organization, but there are a few things that I want to know. Whether are you on Twitter, so that, because I think Twitter is moving very, very fast, because if you are on Twitter, can somebody put the Twitter handler so that we are able to follow? And it's unfortunate, I wish I knew this, some few weeks ago, but unfortunately I've just joined the organization because I was gonna be in Brussels, but now unfortunately I will not be able to join, but we will provide the support. I want to be part of all the visual activities. And then Ernest says he's coordinating Africa. And then can you please, Ernest, either you send me a message and tell me who is representing South Africa in the African continent that you are coordinating, because I think as Africa, we need also to have our own meetings so that at least we have one agenda, we're able also to move from the same understanding. Thank
can you
you.
leave your email?
Yeah, I will send it. I'm not sure, because in the agenda, there's nothing that is said about the BRICS that is coming, but perhaps maybe it's still early in the next meeting, then we can discuss about BRICS. And then, yeah, basically, thank you. What are you saying, Ernest?
Getting your email address, Noma. I will send you a link for a meeting tomorrow for the Africa Working Group. I'll send you that after this meeting.
Sure.
We've
Thank
got
you very much.
hands up for Nancy, and then Teresa, and then Camry, and then Ula. So Nancy.
Yes, thank you. Emily and Ula, I think the name of common statement is still on the declaration, and perhaps that should be changed now to declaration. Hello?
Yes, I've literally just updated everything, so maybe there may be some delay or errors. I'm going to recheck everything, but thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Emily. Yeah, thank you.
Teresa.
Thank you, George. I just want to say to Noma, glad we got to meet her yesterday when she joined the Columbus, Georgia meeting by accident. And hopefully she will be with us for the Africa Working Group, which is tomorrow morning. I want to say about the website that it looks great. I shared it on Facebook to my 5,000 friends in the news feed. Thanks to Christine for posting it to the listserv this morning sometime. So the concern I have is navigating the website to really get to the signatories. I had a hard time doing that this morning. The website, I was using my phone, so that may be part of the problem. But if someone can check to make sure that the signers are quickly accessible, because the declaration is clearly there on the front page. But I know there are numerous signers, and it was just hard for me to get to the list of signers when I tried to visit the website earlier. So if someone could explain what's happening with that.
Emily, are you able to give a direct response to?
Sure. Yes. The thing is, you couldn't find it because it's not on the website. So everything is okay. I was waiting for today because I think today is the deadline for the first signatures. And then I'm going to put the documents on the first page with the first signatures. And then I will also make available this space. It's going to be like a little box where you can sign but it's not available at the moment because we were, yeah, today is the deadline. So starting from tomorrow, I think I'll try to make it available from tomorrow, my time in the morning. It's going to be online and people can sign.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Terrific.
Okay, Kim took her hand down. She must have had the same question as Teresa. She's nodding her head yes. Ula.
Yes, about the declaration, I have still some names to register after this meeting. They come this morning. I have had the grandchildren here, so I have it hands full, but I do it after the meeting. And about BRICS, I think that now we are so busy until the meeting in July that we have to take BRICS up after Brussels and really make something on that together. But now it's too much, I think. Thank you.
Well, just quickly, Ula and Tanoma, we will discuss BRICS at the Africa Working Group meeting, which is tomorrow morning. So we don't have to wait until after. We will discuss BRICS and the new development bank. Those are important developments. And South Africa is an important part of that. So we will discuss that tomorrow morning at the Africa Working Group meeting. So be sure to join us, Noma.
Yes, Ula.
I hope you have that in the program for Brussels, the BRICS on the agenda for the program. That you will talk about BRICS in Brussels in the webinar.
Well, we have 5 speakers, or supposedly 5 speakers, and we're having our speakers meeting tomorrow. So we will discuss that, Ula. Thanks for the nudge.
Nancy?
Thank you very much. I just want to check that in our last meeting, the deputy president of the Pan-African Women's Movement was present. Now, my clarity is the Pan-African Women's Movement registered in this program so that it should be carried along in all the meetings? I hear that there's a meeting tomorrow morning. I'm not informed of because I'm a member of that organization. Can we get clarity? What time is the meeting so that we can be able to attend and make sure that that Pan-African National Movement is registered formally?
Nancy, I can send you information to register for tomorrow's meeting. Ula and Teresa. Oh, Ula put her hand down. Good. Go ahead, Ula. You good? Okay, good. Teresa?
I just wanted to mention.
You muted yourself.
Oh, one of the speakers on the panel, Yanaka, who is from Ivory Coast, is a member of the Convention for Pan-African Progress, of which I am a member, is folks in the US, Africans, as well as around the world. And so we will have clear Pan-African message on the panel when we speak on July 7th from the Africa Working Group. No worries there.
Great, thanks. Ula?
George, did you see from Quanta the message from somebody about Quanta?
I do see the message from Quanta, who's in Charlotte.
Great.
I'm in Gastonia, Quanta. We have to talk. All right, so now you're good, Ula. I'll take your hand down. We need to hear an update from our media group. I know Gloria's here, Ada and Kate. I don't know who's going to give the update, but please do.
Well, I think, George, that Gloria and I are sharing it. So I'm just going to report on the media advisory and press release. So the media advisory with all the factual details was sent out in last week to the Belgian media, thanks to Vrede for that. And it's available now for everyone to use as a template. You can adapt it to your own organization or country specifics. You can put your own contacts and so on there. I've sent it out fairly widely, I think, but also Emily is going to put it on the website pretty shortly. So just go there, download it and use it in your own organizations and countries as appropriate. And then by the middle of next week, George, we're going to have the press release ready when we have all the up-to-date information about the programme and the registration links and so on. And that will be sent out again to the Belgian media, and the template will be available for everybody. So you can put your own quotes on there, you can put your own contacts and translate it yourselves. And that will also be available on the website as a resource. And then we're looking forward to having a discussion with Emily and Emilian about social media. So that's from me. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Gloria,
Hi,
you want to argue?
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here, and thank you very much. Kate's doing a wonderful job. I'm going to pop this into the chat right now, so check your chat. My email is sci-fi, SCIFI 2011 @gmail.com. Please make a note of it. First of all, what I'm going to take up is that we would like to get a hard copy into every EU MP's mailbox. So what I am calling for is a mailing treaty. And please, that is my email, sci-fi 2011 @gmail.com. We are asking for volunteers from this meeting. And the more of us that do it, the fewer will have to do it, so, or enjoy doing it. And that it's important that we make a hard copy, not just email them. So with our declaration and anything else we put in the packet. The second thing, and are there any questions about that?
Ula's
No.
hand is up, so she might have a question. Ula, is this about?
No, it's not about this.
Okay. The other thing is there is a TV news hour called Democracy Now! That gets tens of thousands every quarter or every week in the US. And we would like to get the footage, and we will forward that to this TV news show, Democracy Now! And if anyone else knows other TV alternative, progressive TV, we were up in Canada or anywhere, let us know. And that's what I have. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gloria. It looks like Kim has a question. Kim?
Oh, thank you, George. I'm just seeing that Gloria's idea of sending the declaration to all of the EU MPs. Should we be sending them to all the Canadian and US members as well? Is that being done? Because
we have to do 705 just for the EU. So
wow.
I think we may have to do it twice, but we want to cover the EU first.
Is there any coordinated effort now for example, for Canada, or is that something still to think about?
Well, we're going to do this.
I know not for you. You've already got your hands full.
Yeah.
Does anyone know? Is there anything being done yet in Canada or in the States?
No.
We haven't
No.
had conversations about trying to talk to our idiot congressional representatives in the US, and I don't know how idiot your parliament is, but we haven't taken it up. It can be on for after this.
Catherine wrote, let's coordinate. Maybe we can get, World Beyond War to put some kind of form online. Anyway, I'll ask them about that.
There you go.
Once more, could I repeat the one that we are trying to do at this meeting, which is to get all of the EU MPs, please take that away as the last thing. We need you to volunteer, and you have my email, sci-fi 2011 @gmail.com in the chat. And I hope many of you will volunteer. It'll just be a few mailings if we have a lot of you. Thank you.
All righty. Nancy?
Wouldn't you want people in the EU area to be doing that so that they get delivered quickly?
We'll take anybody. I mean, overseas airmail is not that difficult to do.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Ula?
Yes, first of all, to this, the idea was that we send the statement with all the signatures to all governments and all parliamentarians, and that it's national groups that are doing it, because we cannot handle it this way. New Zealanders do the New Zealand, Finland do Finland, Sweden does Sweden, and so on. But I think we don't have to do it right now. Yes, if there is strength to do it, we could also wait till the signature campaign is over, because 250, okay, that's good, but 10,000 or 50,000 would be much better. So we could wait with that beyond the Vilnius summit. We could do that in autumn as a reminder that we are there. And
what
then,
are you just, could I interrupt a minute? Which thing are you talking about?
Sending the statement and the signatures out to all national parliaments and governments. And the EU we can do now if there is capacity for it. Yes, and the NATO, I can tell you, it's impossible to mail anything to NATO. You have to go through a channel which is absolutely closed. There is no possibility to reach, for instance, the ambassador for Finland for NATO. You can't reach him. You have to stand on his doorway. That's the only way. So, but the EU parliamentarians you can reach. Then the template, Kate, I think it would be great if you would put the template with instructions how everybody can use it freely in their own organizations or their own name on our Rise Up list, if you haven't done that.
Sure,
because then, sorry?
She said, sure.
Yeah, okay. Then it's okay by me now. Thank you.
Great. Nancy?
I'd just like to add that there are going to be days of action by the Peace in Ukraine Code Pink campaign from September 30 to October 8. That might be a time for example, in the US, for us to get out the signatures and declaration.
Good agenda item for our next meeting, Nancy. Thank you. Sylvia?
Yeah, I wanted to add that. Thank you, Nancy. I wanted to add the same, yeah.
Excellent. So now I'm gonna show you the program on screen. There's a lot going on. It's a lot to read. I'm gonna try to scroll it slowly so that you can read it. If somebody has a problem, I'll be happy to read pieces out loud. Let me know. And Ula, you may want to narrate as we're looking at the draft program and share anything that you'd want to share about, about the actual presence in Brussels. That's the category this is under. I'm going to share the screen and slowly scroll through the draft program as Ula, I hope you narrate if you need to, or add anything people need to see. Trying to make this big. We'll look at it slowly. Okay. If I go too fast, someone tell me to slow down. I'm reading it slowly myself. Okay.
Here,
could I make a point of clarification that came up earlier?
And that is?
That is that the Excel sheet that was mentioned pertains to the meeting with the European Parliament. Is that correct, Skevi?
Yes, I have that spreadsheet that Skevi sent earlier today. Do you want to see that?
I think we should let Skevi also present the meeting in the Parliament now, and also about the PDF.
Go ahead, Skevi, please.
First of all, the meeting at the Parliament, we must correct it on the program. That is from 12:45 to 2 o'clock and not 2:30. We must make this correction and to.
Yes, we will.
During the meeting in the Parliament, I prepared a proposal. First of all, one of the organizers, that one of us, can introduce, do the opening remarks or opening words, and then we can present the declaration. We change it to, instead of statement, declaration. The member of European Parliament from Ireland, Claire Daly, accept to be with us and give a speech of 15 minutes.
Fantastic.
Sorry?
Excellent.
Yes. Somebody said that we could approach other members of Parliament. I couldn't do for other political groups. I couldn't approach members from other political groups. If any of you can have, we can have somebody to give a short address.
Yes,
And
Leah,
then-
Leah will try to find some others. Leah will try to find some others.
We have to be very careful because somebody proposed to invite a member of parliament from the European People's Party. I think as a political party, as a political group, they are in favor of NATO. And if we inform them about our activities from now, perhaps they create problems of organizing our events.
Yeah, but we can talk about that eternally, Skevi, okay?
Okay. So the other proposal is one person from each country to make comments and intervention of 2 minutes. Until now, we have 13 countries in the parliament's debate. So we have some time if they are for 2 minutes. Because the Claire Daly is going to speak for 15 minutes. I asked her to speak for 15 minutes. If we don't have other members to address, then we have time.
Okay, I'm going to go on to Friday now, unless
If
there's
you
something
allow
that has
me-
to be said.
If you allow me, I want to inform you that only 26 people.
You told us that there were 26 people so far, 2 minutes each.
Are there still
No,
possibilities,
they
Skevi?
are 26 people from 13 countries.
Are there still possibilities to join, Skevi? Because Ludo is trying to find people from Belgium.
We don't have enough from Belgium, only 2 people.
Yeah, but can they still register?
I didn't send the final list yet, but I am waiting that in a moment, maybe they ask me what is the list to start the process.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
They are busy today in European Parliament, so perhaps by tomorrow they will be asking me for the final list.
All right,
Okay.
then. So now you guys can look at Friday.
Yes.
And if there's someone to add information, please do. Leah?
Yes, I would like to know, Skebi, where we are going to meet, or which group of the European Parliament is the one that is taking care of this.
I approached the GUE political group, and they arranged their room that they have. And actually, I asked a room for 50 persons, and we are only 26.
You can
now.
agree on this internally, Leah and Skevi. We don't have to discuss it here.
Yes, okay. But the name of the group of the room, I will inform you later as soon as I have the number of the room and send the information to you and to all the others.
Sylvia, do you have a question about the?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have a question. Will there be another meeting to prepare the Thursday in Parliament with the speeches? Question.
Do you plan on having a meeting, Skevi, to set the details for Thursday?
I think we have to do it with the persons that are coming. We have to do a group of those 36 people to see what we do. Okay.
It's not fair to discuss all of us about the meeting in the Parliament. Okay.
You have our emails, so you can send us the information. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but whatever. So here's Friday, starting in the morning with a welcome from Wilf US. Don't know who's doing that, but whoever's there, I guess. Okay, I'm scrolling, so I know you can read these. Wow.
George.
Yes.
I'm a little baffled about the program. Maybe we haven't gotten to it yet, but isn't Friday where the hybrid webinars start, particularly the Africa webinar? is on Friday morning. Is it on this program?
It's our morning. I don't think it's their morning. It is on this program, yes, ma'am. But it's not slated till what I think is going to be our morning and their afternoon. We'll see it in a bit. I'm scrolling slowly so people can read. It's still morning.
Oh, I see.
If I'm moving too slowly, y'all let me know. I'll move faster. I just want people to be able to read.
Yes. Well, I'm surprised. I'm on the list for a speech.
You're on the list to give women's aspect on NATO. Are you going to be there in person?
I'm going to be there in person, but I didn't know that I would have a speech. But okay.
All right, then you might have to take that up with Ula. I don't see we can discuss it right now because we need to hear from all of the working groups. Okay.
Well, it helps to understand that this is Central European time that we're looking at. Is that what's happening?
That's right.
Yes. Okay.
We have put also other times under the webinars.
Nancy would like to suggest that NATO is a climate killer. You might want to ask Tamara Lorenz to speak.
We have already Angelika Clausen from International Physicians Against Nuclear War there. She's not added here, but she has said yes.
Okay, good, thanks.
And Tamara will be speaking for the US-Canada webinar.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. It's the webinar on Africa at 13:30, which is 2:30 there and 9:30. No, 6 hours. I've got to do the math. 10:30. Oh, that's actually generous. Is that right? 2:30. No, I don't know. Okay.
Anybody who wants to put in the American, the US times, please do so tonight. I would prefer to have them, but I have been calculating these times for the actual webinar and their own region, their own continent.
Okay. I think it might be 8:30, which makes me a little nervous, but I did it today. I can do it again. All right, now the street event. We're at Friday night, I guess now. And there's a lot around this flash mob. I don't want to rush, but I do want the work groups to have their time to check in. And I trust that every comment that needs to be made about this program or question has been asked or is coming up. Because after I'm done scrolling through the program, I'm going to go straight into our work group meetings. Y'all see all these things about the flash mob? Placards and signs and flags are going to be recorded. That is going to be awesome. And a side event also on, it's still Friday. Now it's Saturday, I think.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question about the street event? Who is in charge of the street event and the flags and everything? Is there a group?
Flags, everybody has to bring along. We will send a message about that. But all the other things are taken care of by the Belgian movement. They also had up, if you saw on the day program for Friday, they want to have a small presentation during lunch and during the coffee break to prepare us for the event. And they have this meeting the 26th. The link has been sent out for the street event. But flags, please, you have to, and all own banners, if you can take own banners, light banners.
Okay, well, I cannot carry everything from Australia. Is there, doesn't matter, I'll work out.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We are brilliant, brilliant people collectively. We can figure stuff out.
Yep.
Individually, maybe not so much, but collectively, we're awesome. Here we are at Saturday morning.
Nancy would like to report that I am now in contact with Beatrice Schultes. She is organizing the NATO and Latin America webinar. She and I will be working together to finalize it and get the bios, description of the webinar, etc. So finally, this is going to work out, I think. Thank you.
Excellent.
And can you get anything in 1 or 2 days, because Emily wants to put the program onto the web?
Yes, I did write Beatrice back and asked her that we needed to do this very soon, very quickly. So I am waiting back for a reply. Thank you.
So we'll get program descriptions in as soon as we can so that Emily can post them. I see you waving your hand, Gloria McMillan.
Oh, you want me to talk now?
Yes.
Yes, I need a point of contact. I'm writing to Democracy Now! On their press release, their press page. So who do they contact if they want this footage?
The footage?
The footage of your footage of what you're doing, who will Democracy Now! TV news show contact? Who?
For the street
email
action?
and a phone number or something.
Do you mean, Gloria, the street action?
Whatever, whichever. I need. Okay, you can.
There'll be different people, Gloria.
Okay, well, put them in the chat. Their phone numbers and their emails.
All right, we'll make sure that that's available. I have Cora, Patricia, and Teresa, and Ula. Cora.
Thank you, George. Just very quick, because we don't have the description for the NATO in the Asia Pacific. The initial concept is that we're using the webinar footages from the July webinar that we are holding for the Pacific Peace Network and the Hawaii Peace and Justice program. And we need a process to do that. We're meeting tomorrow, but we basically is proposing that we use those footage instead of using the same speakers to speak online. But some of them have said that it's okay to use the footages, and we are asking them to be present for the discussion part of the event. And this one is being hosted by Anne and Dragana of Australia.
Okay.
So,
thanks for that info. You may want to type that up or write that up as your program description and make sure Gloria gets it for press.
I think you could send to Ula.
Yeah, I think we need one person.
Send it to Ula, you said? Ula, are you okay?
Ula's phone number. Ula, can you put your phone number?
Okay, Patricia and then Ula. I lost Teresa, I guess her question was answered. Yes, Patricia?
Hello, everyone.
No, my question wasn't answered.
I want to just inform that I'm in contact with Marilina Raquelbeca. Unfortunately, she has one important problem to her eyes. For this, I think that she can participate in person, but by Zoom. And I know that she's preparing a little video even about the depleted uranium. But it is, I think that is impossible for her to participate in person. I think she can participate by Zoom.
Thank you for that information. That's important. Teresa?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I just want to reinforce Ula's suggestions that the times for those of us on this side of the world are included, because this 10 a.m. time in Central European time, I think would be really in the middle of the night for us on Saturday, July 8th. Am I reading that correctly?
You are.
It will be in the middle of the night from someone on the world, because we are global. That's the problem. And we have tried to set it so that at least the NATO Asia Pacific would be good for the Asia Pacific people.
That's right.
And we cannot clear them all. It's impossible. Then we have to change the dynamic of the planet.
Well, just my point, Ula, is that saying what time it's going to be in the United States, I will get up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and be there, but I just need to know. So having it on the schedule would be helpful, is my point.
Could somebody help me, because you have so many time zones in the US that I'm get completely confused. So if somebody from US could put in the times for the—
I'll do it. Nancy Price will do it.
Great, fine, Nancy. And then about the program still, when we have Latin America, I sent, if you could go back to Latin America, since it is very late with the program, and you could spare maybe 20 minutes or something from your time, because we have a woman coming from Ukraine and we have a woman coming from Afghanistan, and they could put in their short greetings after Latin America. I had it in the last copy of the draft program, but I see that I didn't remember to send it to George. That would be the Latin America would be finished, would end at 15 hours Central European time, and then we would, before the coffee break, put in greetings from Ukraine, Afghanistan, and maybe from somewhere else. Is that okay, Nancy?
Let's say it's tentatively okay until I hear back from Beatrice, because she was inviting 2 more people. That would make 4 speakers and she would be moderator. So let me just see what happens, but I will try to facilitate that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good. I don't want to rush us, but we have to hear from the groups about their the different work groups. So, and we've sort of heard from a couple of the work groups, but not fully. All right, now we're at Sunday. And that's all for Sunday, yay. Okay, so now, someone speaking on behalf of the work groups and the webinars or seminars that you're planning, US, Canada, and then Asia Pacific. I know, Cora, you've given us, if you've given us everything you want us to know, Cora, you don't have to go again, but let's hear from US, Canada. Who's going to report on that? Ali?
Yeah, at this point, I think all the information we have has been provided. We have our name and our co-hosts and our speakers organized. So at this point, we're just planning a speaker working group meeting to finalize everything.
And you've got your description down, yeah? Excellent, awesome. Okay, anything you want to add about Asia, Cora?
Well, I'll just send the write-up. To whom? To
yes,
Emily? Yeah, a small a short blurb and the list of speakers and you know, bit of description and the flow.
Perfect.
So we just need to decide whether all of the names that we have sent in will agree to be featured for the Brussels event.
Okay. Ula?
Cora, I need urgently countries. Which countries do they represent and their organizations? I sent the mail to you with the question marks. Thank you.
Very good. So now hearing from the Africa work group, and Jamila, I just let Jamila join. Welcome, Jamila. Teresa, are you going to report on them?
Well, we have our speakers meeting tomorrow for the Africa working group, and we have 2 men, one from Ivory Coast who lives and works in the United States, and he's with the Convention for Pan-African Progress, and he will give a very good 10 minutes on AFRICOM out of Africa. And we also have Ernest, who introduced himself earlier, and I'm so happy to hear that he will actually be in Brussels on the day of the webinar on Africa. and we'll be talking more about the importance of that development tomorrow. But we have Khadija, who will be speaking from Morocco, and Jamila, who's been at our meetings, advised us that Khadija would be speaking. And I see that Khadija from Morocco is registered for the meeting tomorrow, and she speaks French, I'm told. So just in terms of how that happens, I'm not sure if she's going to be in Brussels or not.
Yes, she's traveling to Brussels. Sorry to interrupt you, Teresa, but
I appreciate that. I appreciate knowing that. So it looks like we're going to have a couple of folks from the Africa Working Group who will actually be in Brussels, which is very exciting. My biggest concern is the international board members of WILF who have not attended a working group meeting for Africa yet. And that will be President Sylvie of Cameroon and Edwick, who is the alternate Africa region representative of WILF. And they're both on the international board. I know they're very, very busy. So I hope that they will be at the working group meeting tomorrow, which would give us 5 speakers. Ernest, Yanaka, Khadija, hopefully Sylvie and Edward, all Africans. And we will be promoting the UN Decade for people of African descent. So I will probably make some opening remarks at the beginning of the webinar about the context of the UN Decade for people of African descent, which began January 1, 2015, and will end December 31st, 2024. So we're coming to the close of the decade, which would be closing next year, but it calls for recognition, development, and justice. So the importance of BRICS and the new development bank really fits into that. And I think when we talk tomorrow, we'll make sure that a speaker or more makes that point about development in the context of BRICS and the new development bank. So I think that we are politically ready to make a presentation that reflects these times and the history of the enslavement of African people worldwide and how the colonial powers have consistently participated in that crime against humanity. So I'm looking forward to our meeting tomorrow so that we can finalize everything. That's what we have so far.
Thanks so much. And who's doing the update for Europe? Is there anyone who needs to? We've heard a lot about Europe today. Skevi?
Yes, in the details that we discussed at the last meeting for Europe's working group, I believe because I live in Cyprus and I know that in Cyprus we have British military bases, and now the NATO troops are using these military bases to fly to and bomb the neighbor countries of the Syria, Iraq, Iran. They are using by NATO, and we have the occupation of Cyprus. So I don't think it's we could add, instead of US bases in Norway, to add in other places, British military bases, results of the colonial time.
Thanks for that info,
Skevi, as a short comment, the bases of mid and southern Europe have been there for a long time. That was why we chose the northern dimension, where they open up new ones. We have never had them before. And I think there is a lot of debate time after the European, and that is to discuss this, to take up the southern problem and the mid-European problem. We have a very narrow time schedule, as you can see. We have really tried to share it up. Also from Belgium, there came the wish that we would take up the northern dimension, which is the new dimension. This is really encircling of NATO, of Russia by NATO, because the Finnish border is 1,300 kilometers. It's half the border to Russia of NATO. So it's a really, really huge step forwards. But we really hope that you will be active in the discussion.
The developments in the Mediterranean are running. You know, Cyprus, the Americans, Menendez minister, imposed that Cyprus doesn't accept the Russian ships, but only the NATO ships. They were British military bases, but they are used now from NATO. These changes that, as you said before, but I can do it through my intervention during the meeting.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Mary Jane. Got to unmute yourself. No. There you go.
George, I just wondered if you could quickly put up the schedule again. It went too fast for me for the US Canada part on.
We will send it out after it's been revised with the times and whatnot. But let me put it up really quickly so that you can see that
it will be sent out as soon as we have the Latin America part, more or less, at least some speakers, to our Rise Up list. So everybody will get the draft program.
Okay, thank you.
And right now, the US-Canada webinar is on Saturday at 7 a.m. on the West Coast, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Nancy? You're still muted, Nancy.
Yes, I'm not looking at the program right now. Did you put that in, or in any case?
Well, at the time I told you for the US-Canada, no, I didn't put it in. It was already there.
Yeah, okay. But I will go through and put in the East Coast and Pacific times for all the CET times.
And Nancy, is there anything you wanted to add around the Latin America webinar that you haven't already shared?
No, as I said, I'm hoping to hear back from Beatrice today or tomorrow. I do know that she will be the moderator, and Maria from Argentina will be one speaker. She's connecting with a speaker in Mexico. I recommended that that I could probably connect her with somebody in Colombia. And I also recommended that perhaps we have a speaker on the zone of peace in the Caribbean and Latin America that the Black Alliance for Peace has developed a campaign around. That might be a very good third or fourth speaker. So I just need to really wait for this conversation with Beatrice. Thank you. I also wanted to just comment that there is a newsletter that is in the bar of the new website at the top. That might be a conversation for the Sunday next steps. Some of the issues that have been raised this morning could be discussed as how do we develop a newsletter? So that was just one thought.
Thanks,
to
Nancy.
Follow up from whatever loose threads there are after
All right, then.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got a talkative bunch, 3 minutes till. Teresa and then Alessandra.
Well, I think it's really important to promote self-determination of the sisters in Latin America. And I think there may be some in this meeting, maybe Alessandra is one, but to hear their voices, I'm really concerned at what appears to be a lack of development in the webinar from Latin America in terms of finalizing speakers, etc. So perhaps there's someone here from the Latin America working group who could speak for them.
Thanks, Teresa. Alessandra and then Ula.
No, just a question, and very short. I am in contact with the feminist Latino America network. I have been working with them for social forum and so on. So shall I ask them if, because already I sent them the paper, the statement and the activity and so on. Shall I ask them if someone is interested or is willing to be a speaker in the webinar?
Alessandra, I think that is a good idea. Perhaps could you put your email in the, or we have your email. Let's have an email conversation about this, okay?
Okay, good.
And where are you located, Alessandra?
I am located in Rome, Italy.
Okay, in Rome. Thank you. Let's have a conversation together by email.
Okay, fine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm very grateful for your help.
Okay, I just would like to add, I have asked, I think, Kate and Emily, if it would be possible on our website to have some kind of place where women that cannot attend physically the Brussels meeting could send short greetings from all over the world. What is concerning them about NATO? What is the main problem for them about NATO? But I will return to this when I get an answer from Kate and Emily, but that would show that we have support even if they are not present in Brussels. Because
great idea.
Yeah, this will be accused for that there are not 30,000 people on the streets. But we can then say that we have them on the web. And then one small thing still, please, the Rise Up list, use it only for really common purposes. Don't send messages that are more or less directed to me or to Nancy or to somebody else via the list, because we have now quite many women who have register them off the list because they say we have too much they get too much emails, too many. So please use it carefully. And I will take it up next time that I have collected the names and emails of everybody who has been taken part or registered for this these meetings. Those names could maybe be distributed to all of us so that you can have personal contacts. But I have to be careful. We also have to know that we cannot distribute the emails like that. So maybe I first have to send out something about that. I will see. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, all that we need to do now is set a date for our next meeting. I suggested July, let me look, July 13th or July 20th. That's either 1 week or 2 weeks after the event. So what are your thoughts?
Or should we have one the 29th of June so that we can still go through something if there is something to go through?
Yes, that's definitely worthwhile. Okay, so next week, next Thursday, same time. Teresa?
Yeah. Oh, I thought my hand was up, George.
Yes, that's why I just called on you.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Well, ditto on what Ula said about the meeting next week, because we really need at least one more final meeting before everything starts happening in Brussels. But also, I think that some of the working groups, in particular, the Africa working group, is looking to talk more about the future, given BRICS and new development as alternatives to the World Bank, etc. So I think we will discuss some of that tomorrow, but it seems I don't know what the purpose would be of a meeting after Brussels. If we could clarify that on the 29th when we meet, because I think we are spread out around the world. And though we all say no to NATO, we aren't all actually working together. And in the Africa Working Group, with the Pan-African perspective, I think we're looking to try to find ways we can work together in this UN decade, in particular, before it's over. I just wanted to say that to the Africans on the list who might be at the meeting tomorrow, as well as to all of you who I know are comrades and allies in the struggle for our recognition, development, and justice. Over.
Thank you, Teresa. Ula, I want to call your attention to the note Peppa put in the chat about doing donations. My suggestion is that you and Peppa communicate about that, because donations to help someone do travel, I'm sure, are welcome and certainly needed. And we will meet next week, the 29th, same time. I'll send out the registration link, probably Saturday. I'm moving, and so there's a lot happening. So I've got to think about when I'll have Wi-Fi and time to send out the registration link. But no doubt it'll be there, and we'll meet next Tuesday. Starting
next Thursday.
Thank you, Ula. My brain is a sieve of late. All right.
So is mine.
But thanks, Pippa, for that offer to help with someone's travel. If anyone else can make donations, please, Ula, coordinate that. And we'll see you next week.
George, could you please send out the chat along with the recording, because there seemed to be quite a bit in the chat today. Thank you.
Okay. The recording will go to everyone who's registered, because I'm not able to discern, from 42 to now 33 people on this Zoom, I won't be able to look at the list of 57 and decide who exactly should get it. So everyone will get it. All right, then. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Stay strong.
Bye, everyone.
Stay strong.